All right, Doug here. So this is a nervous moment. This is the first time powering it up. So I got the control box hooked up. I have the motor hooked up. I'm not going to power the controller up. I just want to make sure it starts the three-phase motor and everything works. So first power up, and come along for the ride. So we're going to energize it. We'll use the right-hand roll and stay clear of the box just to make sure our output is off, restop is off. Let's give it a shot. It works. We got, it's like 258, 247, 243 on our outputs. 248, 257. See if that stabilizes. It's working. Next step, we're going to fire up the controller and see what happens.
All right, now that we're inside the cabinet, you can see down the bottom, I was able to fit my open delta isolation transformers wired as auto transformers to step up the voltage. Here I am checking the voltages, making sure I have 240 volt going in and about 380 to 400 volts going out for the controller. Why not 480? The controller is very happy between 380 and 500. Anything above 500, it generates excess heat. So my goal is to try to keep the voltage low just to keep it happy. So now that we have those all checked, we can now close up the controller cabinet and hopefully power it up. So let's see how that goes. So now that we're back outside, I'm going to go ahead and turn power on to the cabinet. I'm going to go ahead and start up the three-phase motor. With it fired up, I can now engage the power disconnect. With that engaged, it is now sending 480 to the controller. I can now power on the controller. Here's the fun part. I'm going to speed this up because this takes forever. What it's doing right now is it's verifying the voltage is stable and happy. And once it verifies that, it will do a pre-charge resistor to charge up the capacitor bank for the 700 volts DC. Once it does that, it engages some contactors inside to apply power to the bus, and it then powers up the onboard computer. The TeachPad is its own computer that connects via network to the embedded computer. So that's what's going through this process here, booting everything up. It's an embedded version of Windows XP, which I find fascinating. And you can see here it says do not power down, it's booting up. Now that we have it all booted up, you can see I have it relabeled and retitled. Fancy little DJD Labs robot tab there. So first thing I'm doing now is making sure that there's no faults, everything is clear, and I can actually try moving the robot, which I can see it moving here. It's very hard to tell on those displays in the back. When the robot's moving, it's only pulling about 3 amps at 240 volt single phase, which is wonderful. That's about 1,000 watts, 780 to 1,000 watts. When it's sitting at idle, it only pulls about 1.2 amps. So it is working very well, much more efficient than I expected it to be.
All right, here's shutdown. Nothing that fancy. We turn the disconnect off, and then we just turn the power switch off. And then everything gets nice and quiet. Thanks for watching.